If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go with fashion sense? Putting on the Ritz. Different types, wear a day, cool pants with stripes and cutaway, cool perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz.
Welcome back to my channel for poker vlog number 3. Being a new channel, I have to say the support for the first 2 videos was amazing, so thank you all. Getting started on YouTube can definitely be a challenge, so if you enjoy, you can show your support by subscribing, leaving a like, and since I'm back at the Bellagio for the 3rd consecutive week, let me know in the comments if there's a specific poker room you'd like to see in a future video. By the way, if you don't recognize this man, you should immediately after watching this video go stream Groundhog's Day because it is simply Bill Murray at his best in my opinion. So I am back at the Bellagio poker room the 3rd consecutive Friday. Doesn't take long before I get called to the next 1-3 game. The game so far is playing pretty loose passive. That's until this guy who is definitely enjoying his vodka shows up.
1-3. Oh, look out, people. Here I come. Are you ready for this?
We're not. Can you give us like 20 minutes?
Probably not. Probably.
Give us like 20 minutes. We'll be ready.
I'm sure.
I gotta stretch out.
I understand.
I'm gonna pull a hammy.
Yeah, you don't pull a hammy. I'm just here to donate, guys.
I am definitely looking to be the recipient of his donations, so I want to get involved. Doesn't take too long. I look down at 7-9 of clubs on the button. It gets folded around to me. I make the call. The small blind makes the call. I'm thinking we're about to go to a flop, but the big blind has other ideas and decides to raise it up to $18. I hadn't realized before that the under the gun +1 player had limped in, so he makes the call, I make the call. I'm pretty confident that my new friend to my left is going to come into the pot, and we're going 4 ways to a pot of $57. The player to my left checks dark, the dealer puts the cards out, and
Ned Ryerson, I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show. Bing!
Bing is right. I completely crush the flop in position. It gets checked all the way around. I'm hoping someone will catch up. The 8 is a great card. It brings in the straight. It brings in backdoor spades. This time, the player to my left in the small blind bets out $35. I'm just trying to figure out how to get all of his chips committed to the pot. I decide on a smooth call. See the river, hope something good comes out, and when the 5 of hearts comes out, it puts a 4-liner to the straight. You know, I'm just hoping to God he's got a 6. The way he played so far, the first few hands was pretty loosey-goosey, so it's definitely in his range to have a 6. So when he bets out 50 on the river, I'm pretty sure there's only one move. I go all in, but he just takes forever. This isn't 4 times speed. He is literally staring at me like in an awkward way. Puts his sunglasses down at one point. He's muttering to himself, trying to figure out a way to make the call. I'm just hoping he puts his chips in the middle. I mean, again, this is in 4 times speed, so you get a good feel for how long I'm just sitting there, the whole table's sitting there, waiting for him to act, which was pretty typical for this session with this player. Finally, after what seemed like 5 minutes, literally, he decides to fold his cards, move on to the next hand. I scoop a decent pot and move on. The player to my left then proceeds to go on kind of a crazy run and really chip up. Again, he's playing super loose and aggressive. He ends up picking up pocket kings twice, just within a few hands of each other, so I end up folding 10s in one hand. Another hand, I raised to 15 from the button with king, queen suited. He put in a big raise. We got another caller in the hand. I end up getting out of the way. Thank God, because the flop came out queen high, and that could have been a much bigger loss. But either way, he's scooping chips, and I am once again hoping to get involved with this guy. It doesn't take too long, as just a few hands later, I pick up ace king in the big blind. He raised under the gun to $15. I'm almost always going to raise this up with a 3-bet, but this is a special player, and I definitely think he has a hand. Something like ace-queen, it's running through my mind for some reason. So when the flop comes out, oh my God.
Ned Ryerson got the shingles real bad senior year, almost didn't graduate. Bing again!
The flop comes out ace high, he bets 20 immediately and literally says, I couldn't get the chips out fast enough. I pop it up to 75, he goes all in right away, I call, he flips over ace jack like it's the winner. I've got my ace king, just hoping for a clean run out, and I get it. Normally, I am not a big fan of calling all your chips off with ace-king, but I really did feel like I had a good read on the situation, especially with the way he'd been playing. Either way, I get a double through. That always feels good at the poker table. I'm up over $300 now for the session. Everything's moving in the right direction, and just then, I look down at pocket aces.
Well,
Ned Ryerson?
bang!
Now, I have not had the best luck with pocket aces lately. I raised it up to $23. There's a player who basically just said, after he looked at his cards, this is my last hand, and then proceeds to raise it to $50. As if him leaving wasn't enough for the raise, he's really only been showing premiums down to this point, and I am pretty sure I'm getting a call. So I just move in. He's got about 179 or so behind. He asks, do you have aces? I say yes, and we're just hoping, just dodge a king. For the love of God, I get a super clean run out. I scoop another nice pot. I am feeling like an absolute luck box at this point, and happy to be one. It is unfortunate when you run kings into aces, but I'm just happy to be on the winning side of this one. Move on to the next hand, add some more chips to my stack, and just a little while later, I look down at ace-10 offsuit in the cutoff position. I know what you're probably thinking. Yes, this is a limped pot. I should have raised, but I feel like if I have an ace, this guy just isn't, he can't imagine not raising it. He will just never put me on an ace. He's having a good time. I flop huge with ace-10 and bet out $18 with the flush draw on the board. Once again, I sped this video up to 4 times its normal speed. This table is taking forever. If I wasn't doing so well, it might be annoying me more. Regardless, the player in the 7th seat finally ends up making the call. We're 2 ways to the turn, and the turn comes out just beautiful with the ace of diamonds. I mean, bing again. It goes check, check on the turn. I just feel like I have him crushed. He has been a calling station. He has been calling down bets. Super, super light. Here we are again in 4 speed. He takes some time, and he finally throws out a bet of $20. I don't take too long before bumping the bet up to $60 straight. That being said, I feel like he's going to call me. He must have something, but he does take another eternity before finally making the decision to put the extra chips in and making the call. I'm really interested to see what he has at this point as I turn over my full house. He turns over pocket 5s for, well, 2 pair, aces and 5s. I really had been waiting to get involved with this guy in a hand. Unfortunately, there was just no way to bluff him. He was calling down everything, and I just never found myself in a position with a strong hand against him. Here I am picking up pocket 10s. Man, I have been awful with these lately. They have been just destroying me. I almost just want to throw them away, but of course the player to my left who I want to get involved with, he raises it up to 25. The player from the last hand with the pocket 5s, he calls the 25. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with this hand right now, but clearly I can't go anywhere, so I make the call, and we're going to the flop 3 ways. The flop comes out 4 king 4. The first player goes ahead and checks. You know, eventually he's going to check. He's going to look at his cards a few times. This is just how this table's been playing. Hurry up and wait. He finally checks. I check. And the player to my left surprisingly checks himself. I'm surprised because every time he's had chips in front of him, he's just played super aggressive. He's lost a bunch of it at some point, slowed down a little bit, but then gotten them back, and he's checking. So it goes check, check again. Now the player on the button to my left decides to bet out $25. I get a minute to think about what I'm going to do here, but unless he's got a 6, I really don't feel very good about my 10s in this spot. He finally folds. I begrudgingly call the 25, though. I feel like I'm behind. I feel like he's slow playing something. All of my fears go away when Bing for the last time happens. I hit the 10 of spades for a full house. I don't wait too long. I think he's got something he's definitely going to call with. He snap calls my $40 bet. I turn over the bad news. He turns over 4-9. He flopped trips, slow played it, and I caught my 2-outer on the river. So I got a little lucky, but maybe it's just a sign that me and Pocket Tens are going to get along again in the near future. Either way, it's getting a little bit late. I'm racking up my chips, and I am logging a $630 win for the night. Goodbye me, and I'm headed to the cage. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and really appreciate all the support I've gotten so early on in this channel's life. If you haven't already and you're enjoying the content, please subscribe, leave a like, and as I asked for earlier in the video, if there's a room in Las Vegas that you'd like to see me play at for a future video, let me know in the comments. Until next time, good luck out there.